Some of the most common nutrition advice floating around out there is outdated. Some of it was never accurate to begin with, and some of it is actually doing real harm to people over 60 who are following it in good faith. Today, we're setting the record straight. Welcome to Eat Well, Age Well. We're going through 6 nutrition myths that are still widely believed by seniors across America, and what the current evidence actually says instead. No fads, no scare tactics, just a straight correction on some advice that has stuck around far too long. Myth number 6, you need to eat less as you get older. This one is everywhere, and it's only half right, which makes it dangerous. Yes, your calorie needs modestly decline after 60 as your metabolism slows and activity levels often drop. That part is true. But here's where the myth causes real damage. Your body's need for protein, calcium, vitamin D, vitamin B12, and fiber either stays the same or actually increases as you age. Your body becomes less efficient at absorbing and using these nutrients, so you need more of them from food, not less. Eating significantly less without focusing on nutrient density is one of the leading causes of malnutrition, muscle loss, and frailty in older adults, conditions that are far more common and far more dangerous than most people realize. The right goal isn't to eat less, it's to eat smarter. Fewer empty calories, more nutrient-dense food. That's a very different instruction. Myth number 5, fat is bad. Low fat is always healthier. This myth did enormous damage starting in the 1980s, and we are still living with the consequences. The low-fat movement led food manufacturers to strip fat from everything and replace it with sugar and refined starch to make it palatable. The result was a generation of fat-free foods that were actually worse for cardiovascular health and blood sugar than the originals. Here's what the science is clear on now. The type of fat matters enormously. Saturated fat, primarily from processed meats and full-fat dairy, raises LDL cholesterol and is worth limiting. The AHA's 2026 dietary guidance recommends replacing sources of saturated fat with unsaturated fats specifically. But unsaturated fats from olive oil, avocado, fatty fish, nuts, and seeds are not only not harmful, they are essential. They protect the heart, support brain health, reduce inflammation, and help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Cutting these out is not protecting your health, it's undermining it. Fat-free labeling is not a green light. Look at what replaced the fat before you assume something is healthier. Myth number 4, you don't need as much protein after 60. This is one of the most medically significant myths on this list, and it's the direct opposite of what current research shows. After 60, your body becomes progressively less efficient at converting dietary protein into muscle tissue. This means you actually need more protein per pound of body weight than a younger adult, not less. A 2025 study published in Frontiers in Nutrition using precise metabolic measurement techniques found that older adults with sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, required protein intake significantly above the standard recommended daily allowance to prevent further muscle deterioration. Current research and most geriatric nutrition experts recommend between 1.2 and 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily for older adults, compared to the general adult recommendation of 0.8 grams. Inadequate protein after 60 contributes directly to sarcopenia, which leads to weakness, falls, loss of independence, and faster functional decline. It is one of the most preventable problems in senior health, and it starts with eating enough protein, not cutting it back. Eggs, fish, plain Greek yogurt, legumes, and lean poultry are your best tools here. Aim to include a protein source at every meal. Myth number 3, supplements can replace a poor diet. This is probably the most common mistake made by well-meaning seniors and their families. Multivitamins and supplements have their place. Vitamin D and B12 deficiencies, for example, are genuinely common in older adults and worth addressing with supplementation when diet alone is insufficient. But the idea that a daily multivitamin covers a diet full of processed food, refined carbohydrates, and few vegetables is not supported by evidence. The reason is straightforward. Whole foods contain thousands of compounds, fiber, phytochemicals, antioxidants, and nutrients that work together in ways we don't fully understand and cannot replicate in a pill. A study in 371,159 adults followed over 23 years found that diet quality itself, the pattern of what people ate, was directly associated with all-cause mortality, cardiovascular mortality, and cancer mortality. No supplement study has produced outcomes like that. Supplements fill specific gaps. They don't substitute for a dietary pattern. If your diet needs work, a multivitamin is not the answer to that problem. Myth number 2. If it's labeled healthy, it is. Words like natural, heart healthy, light, low fat, and multigrain on food packaging are marketing terms. Most of them have little or no regulatory definition, and they are designed to make you feel confident about a purchase without requiring the product to earn that confidence nutritionally. Multigrain means a product contains multiple grains, but those grains are almost always refined, not whole. Light typically refers to reduced fat or calories, but the replacement ingredients are often sugar or sodium. Natural means virtually nothing from a food safety or nutrition standpoint. The only reliable way to evaluate a packaged food is to read the actual nutrition label and ingredients list. Specifically, look at sodium content, added sugar, the type of fat listed, and whether whole grains are the first ingredient if a grain product is claiming to be healthy. Front of package labels are advertising. The ingredients list is the truth. Myth number 1. Eating eggs every day will give you a heart attack. This might be the myth that has caused the most unnecessary dietary anxiety in seniors over the past 40 years. And the science has moved substantially since the days when doctors told everyone to avoid eggs entirely. Here is where things stand. Eggs do contain dietary cholesterol, about 186 milligrams per egg. But extensive research over the past 2 decades has established that dietary cholesterol has a much smaller effect on blood cholesterol than saturated fat does. For most healthy people, moderate egg consumption does not meaningfully raise cardiovascular risk. The Diabeg study, a 3-month randomized controlled trial, found that high egg consumption did not adversely affect the cholesterol profile of people with type 2 diabetes. Multiple large prospective studies have found no significant association between moderate egg consumption and cardiovascular disease in healthy adults. Current guidance from Harvard Medical School and most major dietetic organizations suggests that up to 1 egg per day is reasonable for most healthy older adults as part of an overall balanced diet. If you have existing heart disease or very high LDL, discuss your specific limit with your doctor, but the blanket "eggs are dangerous" message that many seniors grew up hearing is not what the evidence supports today. 6 myths worth letting go of. That you need to eat far less as you age. That all fat is bad. That protein needs drop after 60. That supplements replace a healthy diet. That front-of-package health labels are reliable. And that eggs are a cardiovascular threat. What connects all 6 of these corrections is the same underlying principle. The nutrition advice that served one generation isn't always the advice that serves the next. The science moves, and it's worth keeping up with it. As always, this is general education, not medical advice. If you have specific conditions or dietary questions, your doctor and a registered dietitian are your best resources. Subscribe for a new video every week. See you next week.